Without any doubt, members of the whites and Jewish secret societies, and perhaps the general public, have become aware of what I am up to. And I would like to assure you that white people who do not oppose the Lord and righteousness and what I'm trying to do will be treated fairly. Many of them will ardently support what I am doing. They will fight to the end. They will be persecuted and killed, but they will not capitulate. So my proposal is this: that the world be divided into regions, some of which are pure in race, and some multicultural. In these multicultural regions, people will be treated fairly and equally, irregardless of what their ethnicity may be. I will not obscure my intentions. I will not hide the meaning in my words. All esoteric translations will be spelled out plainly. But I would warn all those who would seek to infiltrate that the harshest of punishments await you. The people who think like I do are very perceptive, and we will not take any shorts. Without a doubt, I will take command of the most tactical regiments with the help of former military, former intelligence, martial artists, weapons experts, explosive experts, and so on. We will be a force to be reckoned with. And our enemies are those who hinder the progress of mankind, those eugenicists who, through the lack of a moral compass, have created a scale in which to judge human life, in which to deprive even the most deserving of life itself. This will not be tolerated. We will enthusiastically defy them. We are devoted to our cause. We will be very eager to address the ills in society and those who propagate them. We will persevere. What they are doing is malevolent and quite perverse. And we will put an end to it once and for all. My white brothers, in the words of Bob Marley, Babylon's system is the vampire. Not white people, not Jewish people, but those of you who seek and who have already sought to align yourselves to Babylon's system will be treated as a vampire who has found its way into your child's bedroom. I do not wish to undermine the authority of the black leadership in the communities unless it is corrupted by greed, selfishness, materialism, and treachery. But rather, I only seek command of the regiments and total control over military operations. And for this humble request, for this demand, I will gladly lay down my life in the future. We have entered the age of government information gathering as they prepare to phase out the righteous in the near future. I reject this proposition that is being forced upon the most righteous. How can a man be a man of honor and sit idly by while the most righteous and the innocent suffer the most, while the wicked take great delight in the anguish and lamenting of the most brave and honorable? These repugnant, unprincipled cowards will stop at nothing to get their agenda across. And so, we will need extremism. We will need a degree of fanaticism. Soon honor will be prevalent in society. Soon we will live in a world of justice, where there are righteous, humble, and intelligent people everywhere. Righteousness will be pervasive. It will permeate through all corners of the earth, all levels of society, high and low. Virtue and decency will reign supreme. I've seen many a demon in my time, on TV, in my research, in person. And I know what must be done. So I urge the white community to assist, to make their own military structures, to apply them with the deepest insight and the most logical prudence. Soon, there will be great turmoil and strife. And in these times, we will see the greatest characteristics among men. We will see the most polished virtues among men show themselves. We will be reminded what it means to be a man in a very decisive manner. In the days ahead, there are great struggles. There will be lots of bloodshed, persecution, people added to secret government lists. They will organize their intelligence agencies against us. They will underestimate us, and they will be defeated. See, what most people do not realize is during the times of slavery, for those years since around 1619 to the mid to late 19th century, there were different groups of people fighting for honor, fighting for dignity. And we must make the distinction between fighting for honor and vengeance. When you are oppressed and you have to fight for honor with guerrilla strikes, that is fighting for honor. When somebody has wronged you in a very petty way and you take revenge, that is vengeance. You see, the white slave masters and their Jewish financiers knew very well that there was an insurrection on their hands. That is why the Willie Lynch letters were applied That is why they made certain rules. We must not misinterpret historical events. We must look deeper. We must find the true meaning. Why did they keep black people from reading? They did it to keep them from organizing. They did it to keep them from liberating themselves. Yes, it was still very wrong, but you must understand the deeper reasons. For you to learn history's lessons, you must always understand the true reasons. They knew Africans were very capable of making weapons, martial arts, of deep thought. In some places, they outnumbered white people over 10 to 1. So they were afraid of what might happen if these people started thinking together, working together. We are facing a similar situation now, as the world has become one big plantation with separate fields. And they are afraid of what will happen when the bondsmen start uniting, thinking, forming regiments, making plans. So there are tens of thousands of informants and collaborators among the people, watching, testing, reporting, experimenting, influencing, and betraying. All these things must be taken into consideration. When the revolution finally is upon us, then it will be time for all the government workers, all the informants to ask themselves, whose side do you really wish to be on now? God's or the devil's? Righteousness or selfishness? Justice or injustice? Love or materialism? Together, we can weed out the philosophies of spiritual bottom feeders while still treating those of little faith, those who have fallen victim to homosexual urges, those who feel that women are treated unfairly, fairly. In my society, women will be respected not because they demand it and demand extra privileges, but because they earned it. In my society, homosexuals won't be executed. They won't be mocked per se, not because they don't deserve it, but because we are all imperfect and we have all fallen victim to sin at some point. In my society, there will be few unrepentant sinners. Atheists will find God. Selfish people will find empathy and generosity. In my utopia, there will be no persecution of the righteous. Mental health will be completely reformed. Medicine will be an honor, not a profitable business. And so will religion. Everything will be as it should. So again, to my white and Jewish brothers, I want you to ask yourself the questions I have posed in this video, and good luck.